were you tonight, St Albans folk? Where were you tonight? We have been 3 years standing in the park, sharing, talking about what's going on, seeing the bullshit everywhere, seeing the lies, seeing the manipulation, seeing the tyranny, seeing all of it, going to protests. If we can't get to our own local councils and call out the bullshit, what's the point? What is the point? That's where I'm at tonight. You might see me on here sometimes talking about heart circles. You've got to balance the heart with the head. But use your head, guys. We need people. We were at the council offices tonight, at a council meeting on planning and what have you. We got kicked out. We got kicked out because they were lying. The council, St Albans Council, were lying. And I called them out. I called them out tonight when they started telling us they're closing roads off and that it's all tickety-boo. And they've done surveys of 1,000 people and, you know, there's not many more people answering questions. They're not putting it on social media like they said they were. And then they started saying that they were closing the roads down and, you know, that the fire and the ambulance services were, you know, it was all working okay. And I called them out. I said, no, you're lying. You're lying. And they said, would you shut up? Would you stop talking? And I said, no. I said, I've got it on a YouTube video. The ambulances can't get through. Would you shut up? Would you stop talking? And then another one from our group said, you know, where is the democracy? There is no democracy here. Where is the democracy? Nothing. You're not allowed to talk. They won't answer our questions. We were invited to ask questions for the 2 meetings we've been to. People sent in questions, but they won't take our questions. They won't answer our questions. So basically, as we know, it's all a big game. It's all about control. You can't ask a question. You can't say what you think. One guy had the audacity to say to us we couldn't make little noises. We couldn't go, oh, or when one of the guys talked about the road closures and he said something and I clapped and other people clapped. And they said, you're not allowed to do that. Would you stop making noises? Would you stop talking? Would you stop saying things? And I said, this is just a human response to what's being said. How can we give our feedback if we're not allowed to make some sort of human noise or a clap? We were told not to interrupt. But when it came to them lying, blatantly lying. Sorry, there's not many people on tonight, but I've got to get this out. Sorry. When they came to blatantly lying, saying that the services, there was no problem. Well, I've got a YouTube video on my YouTube channel showing there was a problem. There were 3 times the fire engine and 2 ambulances, at least 2 ambulances. Apparently somebody else broke a leg and they couldn't get through. And we watched with our own eyes. I videoed it. You know, I videoed. The road is shut. The ambulance had to stop outside the closure of the road, George Street. And the people the ambulance crew had to go down. They were gone 25 minutes. And they came back carrying somebody on. What's that person had a heart attack? So they're blatantly lying. They're blatantly telling us to shut up. And then they're blatantly asking us to leave the council meeting. So we've got a long way to go to get to Thetford and Colchester and all that lot because we haven't got the support here in St Albans. So if you're part of the St Albans crew, and there's a lot of people waking up in St Albans, there's a lot of people that don't like the road closures in St Albans, well, what are you doing about it? It's no good sitting at home watching EastEnders or doing whatever you're doing. You need to be out there showing the council how we feel about these lies that they're giving us and how they're planning on zoning out the town, shutting off the roads. We're not doing 15, 20-minute neighbourhoods, so they say, as was said last week. I'll put the clip below. So we need a lot more of you in St Albans, otherwise we just give up, you know, go somewhere else where there's a bit more action happening, because we've got a very staid council in St Albans. It's always been the same. It's time that these people are shown for the lies. We've already outed this week one of the ex-councillors who was raping a 6-year-old girl who's in prison, one of our local Lib Dem people. It's all silenced, you know, the Muslim community is completely silenced, not allowed to talk about it. Well, yeah, we know We know he raped a 6-year-old girl, the Lib Dem councillor, local in the church round the corner from me. You know, you can't keep it quiet. The truth is coming out wherever you are, whatever we're talking about. You know, whether we're talking about COVID or whether we're talking about Ukraine or whether we're talking about the banking system or the education system or the fucking transsexual propaganda of these. Christ, do you know what? A friend of mine was actually accused yesterday for wearing funny little ears on his head. He was accused in Simmons Bakery for trying to abuse a 15-year-old girl that was working there. What load of bullshit. This young woke community are getting away with murder, and we've got to stop it. We've got to stop it happening. We can't put up with the bullshit. There's so much. There's so many young people now in this whole left wokeism. They are brainwashed beyond comprehension, you know. But never mind them. We've got the bloody councils, St Albans Council. Let's get them some reality hitting them, because they are so insular and so programmed that if you dare speak the truth, you get kicked out of the council meeting. It's just absolutely bloody bonkers. It's ridiculous. It's insane. It's arrogant, and it's just not on. You can't get away with it any longer. Sorry, you can't get away with bullshit any longer.